Well, my name is Tremaine Brathwaite, and I am the director of Point Blank Period. And so, you know, I always tell the story. We always have that one friend that we share way too much information with, and I was having a conversation with that girlfriend, and I was a little salty because she showed up like 3 days early. My period is the she in this story. And we've named her Kiki. So I was
ratchet.
She ratchet. Yeah, exactly.
She's showing up places she's not invited to.
All that. Just all that. She's uninvited.
Taking over.
Ratchet. But I was talking to this girlfriend, and I was like, you know, this heifer showed up 3 days early, and we were just going on, and she was like, well, better girl, she show up early than she don't show up at all, or she show up late. And you know, it just spiraled into this whole conversation about how we love her but hate her. And you know, her knowing my passion and my love, she said, Tremaine, you should so write about this. And I said, you know what? I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, I think this would be awesome. And that's kind of where the grand idea came from it. You know, and I don't know, when I thought about it, instantly I just thought, I want a collection. I want different stories because our periods are so different. I wanted to, not one is the same. And so I just was like, okay, let's just hit the ground running. So I went to Tremaine and asked her to come on board, and then started putting out a call for spoken word artists, because it was like, you know, I write spoken word, I was like, I can't write 20 million spoken word pieces for this show. And so, you know, I was like, I want a team of writers. I want a team of women to come on board and help me do this and make this their project as much as it is mine. So, you know, I tweeted different things, and it was just amazing how much, I mean, social media is a mother sucker. So, you know, I just put stuff on Twitter and put on Facebook, and the people retweeting me, and then that's how I randomly met Kenya. And we had that conversation, and when we had our first conversation, phone conversation, I just knew instantaneously, like, she gets to be on this team. And it was the same thing, like when Candace told me about Devin, and then Devin, like we hadn't even spoken yet, and Devin heard about it, was like, I'm in. And we talked, and then it was just like, and when I got off the phone with her, I was like, it's just like every person that I spoke to or I asked to be a part of it, it felt right. And even now, just every person, from down to the actors to the crew, everyone that's on board, it feels right and it fits. When we were writing the script, we all went our separate ways. I said, ladies, just go and write, and then we'll come together and we'll fit it into a show. And it was amazing that when we came back, Tremaine and I were on the phone. We were like, okay, let's get these pieces together and put into a script. And the pieces fit. Like, if there was one piece here, there was another piece that was a call or a response to that piece. So it wasn't hard to make the script. So again, it just, all of these pieces were lining up that it made me say, we're on the right track. We got a good thing here, and I'm excited. From an idea to here we are, to the show opens up in like 3 weeks. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So
Point Blank Period is about the way that women can kind of come together for one common thing, one common idea. Everybody, at the end of the day, we all bleed shit, right? Right? We all have periods, and everybody has that moment where, you know, we kind of can relate to each other, and this is that one thing where everybody can relate. And so regardless of what, everybody's different. All personalities are represented differently in this play, but it's for one reason. So we're kind of united in a sense. So I think Point Blank is just that's
Point Blank Period.
Point blank. I just think it's an amazing idea. I'm glad to be involved in the process.
Okay.
And the beautiful part is we're all connected. Even if you're not a woman, you have been affected by this in some way, shape, or form. It has somehow intertwined into your life if you are a man as well, or if you're a young girl and it hasn't happened yet, it's still a part of your world. You still hear about it in conversations. If you're an older woman and it's no longer like, it's something for everyone in every walk of life creed, nationality, like no matter where you're from, this is something that everybody can relate to, but also they're not talking about it. Even though it's something that we're all connected to, it's something that's very, very hush hush. It's spoken about in whispers, or you don't talk about that, or it's too, you know, oh my God. And so I think that it's beautiful because it is something that we all relate to, but we don't talk about it as much. We're giving our bodies a bit more power. We're giving our voices more power when we speak about things that affect our lives, but for whatever reason people are silenced because of those things. So I think that speaking and using your voice is one of the most powerful things that you could do, and this is a great opportunity to do that.
So I get a mix of responses. I know even now when I talk about it, and we haven't even done opening night, I get blank stares. I get slow blinks. I get, wait, what?
Right.
Confusion. To people like saying, that is amazing. Oh my gosh, when is it? You know, I think it's gonna be surprising when people come in and see what we've done with the different skits and monologues and, you know, spoken word pieces, and they'll walk away, well, my hope is walking away saying, yo, I wouldn't have put it that way. But
I think it's one of them kind of productions where you really can't take it for face value. Like if you say, oh, we're doing a play about periods, and leave it at that, and they're like, what about it? You know, a whole bunch of bitches, females on stage all the time. But once you really see how it plays out, it's like, okay, this was pretty interesting. You know, every time I've done a show and I do a plug for the show, everybody's surprised to say, oh, well, that's interesting how y'all came up with that idea and why, you know, you want to even talk about periods. But they just think we're just going to talk about, you know, PMSing and just being hot and
craving and moving.
You know what I mean? But it's really a lot more to it than that. You know, and that's what I like about the script, how it kind of takes you on a journey.
But come. Everybody should come.
Yes.
But of course, you know, when I tell my guy friends now, you know, and they're like in their, you know, early 20s, so they're like definitely, they're even more so apprehensive than I think older guys would be. But like everyone's been saying, this show, you're gonna come in, it's very unexpected the way that the show comes across. And a lot of times you may even forget that we're talking about a menstrual cycle. You'll think we're talking about an actual person. So they should definitely come, and it'll give them a little bit more insight, and there is a piece in there, you know, for them. It's written by a man. But yeah, I think it'll give them a different kind of insight, and it'll give them a little bit more, because like she said, no one really talks about it, and so they're definitely not talking about it. So
they hate talking about it.
Exactly. So this kind of forces them to listen, and I think it's presented in a way that's entertaining and
hilarious.
You're right.
That's the thing about it. I think that what am I supposed to look at that I think makes it better is that it's actually funny. It's not all about periods and being on your period, being upset, being mad. I think it's really funny in the bottom line. I think it's a hilarious play. I think it's gonna be really good.
And even for the males, you know, it's not an hour of male bashing.
True. Exactly. I think they'll probably be afraid it is.
Yeah, and it's not, because, you know, like you said, we bring a comedic side to it. We bring, you know, serenity to it. We bring, you know, we do bring some sad moments to it, because there are sad moments in this journey. So we take the audience on an emotional roller coaster.
It's like being on your period.
Like, honestly, the show is like you going through our emotions, you know. So that's more what we want the focus to be on, and you know, we tell guys, you know, come and learn something about, you know, what we go through, in a safe environment.
Right.
It's a safe space.
So now, is Point Blank Period teen friendly? Can a mom bring her daughter who's about to start her period or just started her period, and will she walk away learning something about the experience?
Yes. We have decided it's probably about a PG-13.
Okay.
You know, because there is some language, and you know, in the show. Right, some stuff. And we do go into some, I guess mature topics, but I think because a lot of girls, and I know I was like, it was like this when I was growing up, that the period is like so bad, it's something to be afraid of. Like, oh my gosh, it's gonna come and it's gonna be the end of my life. But this show shows you that it's not, it's just a part of life that you go through and deal with. So I definitely think 13 and up would take something away.
So why 13 up? There's things about sex in there, because if so, I mean, that's a taboo topic. They have to learn about it. I mean, why
and
not?
and it's not so much we're afraid of little kids being in there, afraid. We put a warning on it just to be like, you as a parent, you make that decision. I'm gonna still talk about it. I'm just letting you know that when we say like coochie, vagina, bleed, fuck, you're not like, oh my god,
right. Close your ears.
Right. Don't do that, So it's not that we're afraid to talk about it. It's not that we're afraid for little girls to know about it, because as Tremaine said, it's part of our journey. We just want you as a parent to know.
I'm glad you thought about the idea. I'm glad that you had that conversation with your friend. Started about your period, and then
start from a conversation. Now we're here.
Exactly.
That's a plug for the next.
So why should people see the show? In one word, go.
Provocative.
It's necessary.
Thought-provoking.
No pressure. No pressure.
One word, go.
One word, go.
Because.
I'm with it.
Natural.
Okay. Any last words?
Come see the show.
Yes. Why not?
Seriously.
Tickets go on sale June 19th. Oh no, when we dropping this?
Tickets on sale now.
Tickets on sale now. Thank you. And we have 5 shows in the Capitol Fringe Festival, so come out and see it. Go to maindramapro.com and check it out for more information, and tell your friends about it. I think everyone will enjoy what they see.